Viewers of a weak disposition might want to turn away now.
Uno, dos, tres, siete.
Hey everyone, sorry for not making any videos for like the past week or something. There are very good reasons for this. It hasn't been a great week for me health-wise. It started last weekend with various muscle aches. You know, I woke up, I slept wrong Friday, and so I had, you know, my shoulders and, you know, the top of my arms really aching, and my neck. I helped my mum weed the front garden Thursday or something, so, you know, my legs were, it was, you know, it's hard to walk, and I started having this, then I you know, this sort of fever thing hit me, and, you know, just to compound it, as if that wasn't enough, I developed this mouth ulcer on my tongue the size of a fucking baseball. And so, and that's not it really, because I have this mouth ulcer, I sort of stopped drinking these coffee drinks that I like. And so, during the sort of the middle of this week, I started suffering from caffeine withdrawal symptoms, which included, you know, headaches like nothing I've ever had for years, ever since I had migraines when I was a kid. So, you know, for the past week, you know, it hasn't been the greatest. Everything else is pretty much gone apart from the mouth ulcer. So apologies if I start lisping or something in this video, because it has caused me a great amount of pain. Even though it's slightly better now, it's still very painful. Luckily I've got this anaesthetic stuff, antiseptic stuff that I can put on it whenever I want, so you can see the bottle's nearly finished because that's how much I've been using. So I did actually promise myself that I wasn't going to make a video until it was fully healed, but, you know, I can't stay away. So there isn't really much to say in this video. I just want to talk a little bit about where I was yesterday. So yesterday I went to the zoo. I love the zoo, I love animals. I hadn't been to a zoo since I was a young kid really, so I was really looking forward to it. I went with my girlfriend and 3 other couples. She knew the girls and one of the guys because they're like best friends or something, but she didn't know the other one. So there was like a big group of 4 couples, and we were walking around and stuff. They really didn't seem to be that bothered as I was, you know. I was the one who was constantly lagging behind, and they had to like wait for me because I was just fascinated by all these different creatures that I was seeing. You know, I went there and I wasn't going to just go and flit around, you know. I wasn't really there for them. I was there to just look at the animals, because I'm a big animal lover, you know. I am fascinated by nature, and I just want to take in all I can, because I hadn't been to zoo for such a long time. And it's funny because when I guess when religious people see, you know, all these different creatures on this earth, I don't know, they probably marvel at the glory of God, but I marvel at the glory of nature, really. You know, to see all these insects and bugs and, you know, fish, you know, gorillas, monkeys, you know, all these different types of creatures that we have on this earth, and to see how natural selection has not like forced upon them, but how it's sort of crafted these animals, as it were, to, you know, to be the best that they can be in their respective environments. It's fascinating to me, you know. I was watching they had a couple of iguanas in with the turtles, and I just could have stayed there ages just watching the iguanas sort of walk in and out, and, you know, the turtles were, is it turtle or tortoise? Tortoise was eating, and it was just fascinating to me, you know, just to see all these different types of animals, you know, that we never ever get to see, not least in Britain anyway, you know, roaming around in the wild and whatnot, and, you know, just to see how completely different they can all be, and just to see, you know, the vast differences, even though we all come from a common ancestor, how vastly different millions of years of evolution and natural selection has made us. just fascinating to me. I love nature. You know, I can't see how anybody could not be interested in nature. You know, the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, make some of the most fascinating nature documentaries I've ever seen. You know, and they put so much effort and, you know, time, patience, and money into these documentaries to get some just simply amazing photographs and footage of some of the, you know, some of the most rare animals that, you know, that any of us would ever hope to see. And I'm just completely fascinated by our natural world. You know, I don't think you know, you don't have to be religious, you know, to enjoy these things. I know some religious people might say that, you know, it really does mean nothing without God, but I don't think so. To have all these, just, you know, I know a lot of people fascinate about, you know, life in outer space, on other planets, but I think the life on planet Earth is pretty damn amazing as well. When you consider we have giraffes, where they, you know, their tongue can spiral around branches to, you know, to rasp all the leaves off. Where we have, you know, massive animals like hippopotamuses that can still run faster than Usain Bolt, you know, the fastest man on Earth. You know, where we have just amazingly powerful animals like lions, and, you know, they have these gigantic manes, and then you have these gorillas, and they all have their own different rituals, and, you know, their different habits, and you know, how they interact with other animals, different species. I mean, it's just fascinating to me. You know, why would anybody want to sully that with God? You know, why would anyone want to sully any sort of supernatural origin with this sort of fantastic naturalism, as it were? I don't know if I'm making much sense. I really enjoyed yesterday. I wish they had more. It's not a great zoo. I mean, it's a great zoo, but it doesn't have a fantastic selection. You know, they don't have any like elephants or sort of bears, grizzly bears, polar bears. But you could get really close to some of the animals. There was like a massive enclosure where they had bats, and some of them were like literally like a couple of feet away. They had baby meerkats, which was like some of the cutest little animals that I've ever seen personally. And they had a sentry guard who was standing on top of the branches, literally again about 4 feet away. I mean, I could have reached my arm out and I could have touched it. You know, I wasn't going to, because, you know, you're not supposed to do that. But, you know, I easily could have. And it was just, I can't see why everybody is not fascinated in, you know, what goodies our planet has to offer. You know, instead of, you know, just being consumed with your technology in your everyday lives. I mean, go out and have a look at nature. You know, look at the fascinating things that have evolved over millions and millions of years on this earth. I mean, you would be amazed at some of the things that, you know, certain animals can do. The senses that they have that are so powerful, that are many more times powerful than us. The you know, like the independent eyesight of the chameleons, and the strength of some of these animals and how different they are. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'll leave the video there. I just want to give you guys a little update. Hopefully, I should be back into the swing of things, as it were, pretty soon. I've got a couple of videos that I want to make, so, you know, hopefully, you know, you guys will enjoy them, and, you know, you'll find something in there that you'll like. So, you know, go and visit your local zoo. You know, go and help contribute to the conservation of rare animals, because if you know the way things are going in this world, zoos are going to be pretty much the only places where you're going to be able to see a lot of these animals. You know, you're not going to be able to see them in the wild, sadly, unless we do something about it. Anyway, there we go. That's all I wanted to say. Cheerio.